First Timothy chapter number 5 and verse number 17. Paul gets a glimpse into the counsel of God, and he's extracting this counsel of God in through his spirit, and he's passing it over to his son Timothy, so that Timothy can hand over to the body. And he says, let the elders that rule well be counted of double honor. And then he gives an emphasis on the type of people. He says, especially they that labor in the word and in doctrine. You need to understand that the counsel of God can never give an instruction to earth until and unless they themselves practice it. Jesus gives a glimpse into this thing that I'm talking about. He says, number one, in Matthew chapter number 5, he says that let your will be done on earth as it is already done in heaven. So earth cannot do it until heaven practices that particular thing. And then Jesus comes and says, I do that which I see my Father do. That means right now I'm in earth and my Father is in heaven, so I only do what he has already done. So time is expected to do that which eternity is already practicing. So here Paul is also talking about that particular thing, and he is not just trying to give us an instruction, but he's also trying to show us the type of people that the immortals honor, that the counsel of God honors, that the cloud of witnesses celebrates. And he says these are the people who labor in the word and in doctrine. That means the people who pay the price required to ensure that they are distributors of sound doctrine. They are rightly dividers of truth. So these are guys who stay in the secret place to download from the archives of eternity truths that are required to shape earth in such a manner that it accommodates the bridegroom. So you see, he's talking about people that are willing to pay the price to download from God, instruments that are embodied in truths, so that those people can preach to the body, and especially the body of Christ in South Africa. I mean, we need a rightly divided truth to begin to be preached. I mean, there have been systems and principles which have invaded the land, which are contradictory to the coming of Christ. That means there are anti-revival systems and messages which are embraced left, right, and center. And that is why we can never see a revival at this condition. So prior to the revival, I personally believe that the counsel of God is seeking for men that will pay the price to stay in the secret place and redefine doctrine, so that the bride can be prepared for the coming of the bridegroom, so that the wineskin can accommodate the new wine that is, that eternity wants to pour out into time. So pay the price. Let us pay the price to accommodate the bridegroom.